Hey all, thank you all again for tuning back into my channel. 2020 has finally come to an end, and with that, this will be my final video of the year. So for this final video of 2020, I want to share with you guys my 10 most memorable moments this year playing Devo.
Bruh, that's so Watch Mojo style.
Shut up! So, disclaimer first, this is my list based on my opinions only. I'm not expecting everyone to agree with it, and this list will consist both good and bad moments. So, brace yourself as we proceed with number 10. So yeah, one of the most cancerous fight we had since Lana's EX in Global. To this day, this fight gave me nightmares, and I'm not over exaggerating on this. This fight took me almost a week to beat because it has really tight turn count, it has a little bit of RNG, and despite knowing that this imp swap roles every 10 turns, still it doesn't really help much knowing that since there really is not a lot of ways to manipulate their role order, and most of the time you're better off just concentrating on dealing as much damage within the least amount of turn rather than keeping count of how many turns left before they swap roles. And one little error can cost you almost the entire fight. And I can't remember how many failed attempts where I had the imps with very low health and with that one remaining op count left. Well, nice, we're off to a bad start, isn't it? So let's lift things up with number 9. Yeah, nothing to see here. I luck sec 2 of Cloud's BT. Well, I did say this video is my most memorable moment, didn't I? Huh? So with number 8, we have Sarah's LD. Oh boy, this... I really don't know what happened to her LD. A single HP dump that does split damage. Really? Split damage? Single HP dump? Well, at least we know that she still has hope since the devs has already heavily hinted that she potentially will get a BT, which means she also will get a rework when her BT drops. So I'm sorry to all the Sarah fans, let's hope that the devs will do her justice soon. So, number 7, we have Tifa's LD. Why her on this list? Well, aside from her being from FF7, her LD was the first that we saw in a long while that's able to deal 700k damage casually. Her rework is also one of the most broken rework we saw this year as well. Instant turn rate on skill 2, 600,000 damage on her plus variant of her skill 1, and not only that, she's currently my top pick and also everyone's top pick when farming all the summon bots. So her being in this list is no brainer here. So for number 6, we have Squall's LD bot extension. Now, I know that Van was the OG follow-up attacker, but man, Squall took it to a whole another level. But to be fair though, his follow-up attack is a toned down version of his original LD attack. So instead of dealing a 8-hit Brave attack, his follow-up does 5 hit instead, which isn't too bad, but the hilarious part is seeing Squall doing Rough Divide again and again. So why is this in my list? Well, because this is the one fight where the devs has forgotten to put in the Lufania op. Okay, don't quote me on that. Unless the devs have intentionally left the Lufania op out. If so, then this is one of the most nerfed fight in default history. So nerfed that I even brought Zell to this fight, which took me like 5 retries to beat it with Zell. Still though, we haven't really seen a Lufania difficulty with no Lufania op. So this for sure is one of my, for the lack of a better term, weird memorable moments this year. Okay, this one is hilarious. Initially, I was thinking of whether to put the Gladio cheese strategy on the Divine Alexander on this list, but since the devs has already sort of patched out the Brave Gain from Alexander, which is still cheesable by the way. Well, anyway, I put Yuffie on this list because the dev themselves knows of such method, and the community manager themselves even used the cheese method to beat this fight. Well, need I say more for the Auto Plus QOL? This just helped lift up so much of our grinding work for this game. I mean, Default is a very grind-heavy game, as do most gacha games. For Default, you need to grind for Gil, you need to grind for crystals, you need to grind for summon bot, you need to grind for artifact tokens, you need to grind for red op, you need to grind for the blue op. Well, thank you to the dev teams for the Auto Plus QOL. Yeah, so 40 the Broadway Saiyan, our OG Godfather Default content creator, has made this really lovely thank you video where he has used his Super Saiyan ability to gather as much extra firepower from other content creators to create this lovely video. And he even sang Eyes on Me from Fei Wong, which is also the original team from FF8, which is also the first FF series that has a theme song. Guys, please go watch this video if you haven't done so. Just go watch the video and listen to him sing. Now, before we proceed to review my number 1 most memorable moments, here are some of my honorable mentions. I think most of you saw this coming. Now, many of you guys might be wondering, her BT only got announced a few days ago. How could this be memorable? Did I put her on number 1 because she's my fave? No. The reason I put her on the number 1 spot is because her being officially announced by the dev that she's getting BT means that the rest of the spin-off mainline character will be getting a BT as well. Ever since Squall's BT dropped in JP, the community has always been speculating on whether Zack or Yuna will be getting their own BT. And as the months goes by and as more and more BT units got released, I don't know if it's just me, but the hype for the next speculated BT unit has sort of died down. At least that's how I noticed it. Well, fear not, because in 2021, we will have the same hype feeling all over again. Well, that's it. Thank you guys so much for sitting through this video, walking down the memory lane with me. Let me know down in the comment section on what is your 10 most memorable moment this year in Default, be it in global or in JP server. So with that, I'll end this final video of 2020 and see you guys on my next video. Bye bye!